Hi, this is Brad Linder with Liliputing, and this is a Coby MID8065 tablet, which is a 8-inch tablet with a 1024 by 768 pixel display, a 1.2 GHz Amlogic ARM Cortex-A9 dual-core processor, 1 GB of RAM, 8 GB of storage, and Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, a front-facing VGA camera, a rear 2 megapixel camera, micro SD card slot down here near the bottom, hidden by a little plastic door. You can add extra storage for media and files and so forth. We've got a mini HDMI, micro USB headset, and a power jack, which you'll need to use if you want to charge it. You can't just use the micro USB. Microphone, so if you're using the front-facing camera for video calls and so forth. Stereo speakers, not the loudest, but reasonably clear. And there you go. So it's a little bit larger than, say, an iPad mini. It's got a larger bezel, it's a little bit thicker, weighs about a pound, so it's not the thinnest or lightest tablet, but what it has going for it is a great price. It's got a list price of about $180 and sells for actually closer to $150, making it one of the cheaper tablets available in the US at the moment. And it also is part of the 2013 lineup of Coby tablets, which means that it's running Android 4.0 Ice Cream Sandwich. It's not the newest version of Android, but it's the newest that Coby has shipped a tablet with yet. And it's largely unskinned, which means that you're sort of getting what Google delivers here. You're not getting something that Coby puts on top of it. There's a couple of apps that they preload it with, but you're not getting any sort of extra skins. It's also one of the first Coby tablets to ship with access to the Google Play Store, meaning it's a Google certified device. You can download hundreds of thousands of different apps, music, movies, and other content here. And for the most part, things seem to run pretty well on this tablet. It's the dual-core processor is similar to, say, what you might expect from an NVIDIA Tegra 2 in terms of benchmarking results. It's not as fast as a newer chip like a Tegra 3 or other quad-core processors, but it does a decent job of letting you sort of surf the web, play games, do other things. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer than it might on a newer tablet to load applications or websites or other content, but for the most part, I don't have a lot of complaints about performance, especially given the low price tag. Let's see, show you game. So overall gaming performance is not bad. Well, it's apparently a little harder to die than I thought. There we go. So it works reasonably well and loads web pages just fine. So if you wanted to use it for reading books, you could do that. If you wanted to use it for surfing the web, if you wanted to play some games, it's not a bad tablet for that. Now that said, I have run into a couple of minor problems. One is, if you look real close here, and it's a little hard to see on the video, there's a little speck down there that's not a piece of dust sitting on top of the display, but is actually under the glass, sort of between the glass and the display itself. And it shows up mostly when you're looking at things with a light-colored background, and it's kind of always there. And it's probably not going to be there on whatever unit you get. It just showed up on my demo unit. But it does sort of concern me a little bit in terms of the build quality and quality controls of this device. I was told this was put together in a clean room, so the dust shouldn't have gotten under the display or under the glass in the clean room. But it's possible that there's not as tight a seal here as there should be, and so maybe dust got under the display at some later point. And yeah, that's a little bit less than ideal because there's really no way to clean that off or to fix it. It's not a dead pixel, it's actually just a piece of dust. There's also a light one that's a little bit harder to show on video, but if you're looking at something with a black background, you can sort of see it sometimes. I don't know if you can see it there. But, you know, the screen's not great in that way, and then the other problem with the screen is the viewing angles are less than stellar. So let me go ahead and open up something where you can see. This is the Asus MiMoPad 7-inch tablet. So here's me doing a video review, and as I tilt the screen back, you'll notice that the colors start to wash out and almost look like an image negative. It looks a lot better from some angles than others. So here it's not so bad, but here it really gets difficult to see. So displays with wide viewing angles are great on any device. On a laptop they're not nearly as important because you're usually only looking at it from a fixed angle. On a tablet though, you're holding it in your hand, so you know you might move it in all sorts of different ways, and if it gets harder to see, that's a problem, especially if you, say, wanted to watch a video with somebody sitting next to you or something. So the fact that it's the picture sort of starts to wash out or look like the colors aren't right is a problem. Now the best way to hold it is actually with the volume and power buttons facing this way, which is all well and good, except for the fact that you might accidentally hit them and adjust the volume or even turn off the display if you put it down on a table or on your lap or something else. So, you know, I'm not a fan of tablets with poor viewing angles in the first place, but if I were going to design a tablet with one viewing angle better than the others, I'd make sure that I didn't put the buttons on the side that you're likely to tap down. So, you know, the screen's less than perfect, and for that reason, even at $150, I have a hard time recommending this as a tablet that you should buy. You can spend a little bit more money and get something like a Google Nexus 7 tablet. That said, you know, this is probably one of the cheapest tablets with the 1024 by 768 pixel display you can get. Most importantly, I think it shows sort of progress on the part of Coby and other low-cost tablet makers, and good progress. I think the fact that we're now shipping with newer versions of Android, even if it's not the newest version, the fact that we're shipping with Google Play certification, a dual-core processor, and decent performance, these are all really great things. And Coby does actually offer one model with better viewing angles called the Coby MID8065. It's a 10-inch tablet that has an IPS display, which means that you should be able to tilt it anyway, and the colors should look pretty great. So that model sells for about $220. It's not quite as cheap, but by 10-inch tablet standards, it's actually a pretty good price. I wish that they would, I wish that Coby had chosen to use IPS displays on the 7 and 8-inch models as well, but only the 10-inch model currently has one. So, anyways, that is a video review of the Coby MID8065. You can find more details at Liliputing.com, including close-up photos where I know you can actually see the dust under the screen a little bit better. Again, I don't think that you're going to get that same piece of dust on every unit, but the fact that the model that Coby sent to me to review had the imperfection meant it was something that I wanted to point out, that there might be some problems with the build quality of this particular device. Brad Linder, Liliputing.com, more details there, and stay tuned to this channel for reviews of other small computers and tablets and fun stuff.